in the finance industry and the insurance industry, we have to have errors and omissions insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different prices, different things. Like the one I have is like 3 million.
Mhm.
It can be a little pricey, but like that's what we're required to have, and that's required by, it's definitely required by the state, and I'm pretty sure it's required by the federal government too. But it's different with all businesses and all types of people. But the main people I like to work with are anybody from 1 to 3 to 5 employees, because I like small businesses, and mostly it's really just 1 to 3 employees for most people. And then most people, of course,
Yeah.
that I assist, it's really just them. They just do a business from home because that's
Yeah.
the new way of thinking. That's the new way of doing things. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I all day I sit and on the computer working. Yeah, Mr. Finch, where do you work?
Yeah, from home. I work
That's
from
right.
home. Yeah.
That's right. Where do you work?
Yep.
I work in my crappy office right now that's I'm trying to move so it doesn't look so hot.
That's all right. That's all right.
Right. So everybody,
So
yeah.
yeah, let's just continue a little bit more here. So essentially, Joy, what you need to do is you need to get those kinds of people at the smaller scale, the low numbers. You're going to need a lot of them to make up the kind of profit margin that you're going to need from it. So you're going to need sheer volume. Um, is there a from your, because we're still just getting a handle on nuances of your business because it's we're still learning this. Is there a market that you can serve powerfully and that is profitable enough that you don't have to work your backside off to get massive volume to make the kind of profit you need?
Yeah, for me and it's just the same way I started as final expense. So that's typically people age 50 and up, well, some people age 40, 50, depending on when they want to,
Yeah,
where they're at with their career and in life, but mainly just final
yeah,
expense.
yeah.
Um, there's residual income with every product, essentially in the
Hmm.
financial realm for the most part. So, especially with insurance. But I mean,
Yeah.
final expense insurance is what I started. It's what I love to do because, people looking for final expense are typically people, age 50 to 60 up that, never planned ahead of time,
Yeah.
um, and got insurance, when it was cheap and more affordable and there was much more options versus now.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not really the case anymore. A lot of people have health issues, so over the
Yep.
years it just compounds and compounds, and that goes into what somebody can qualify for. But I think I enjoy it for the most part because it's a problem that I have to solve. It's a problem because these
Mm.
people have a problem. They don't have insurance, right? Or maybe their
Yeah.
problem is they have diabetes or they had cancer. So then
Yeah.
I spend my time researching and seeing what they can qualify for because depending on what you have health wise, it's pretty I would say a tight shot group of what you can qualify for depending on your health. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, final expenses because I mean, also I love talking to older people. They have a lot of wisdom, and
Yes.
so I get
I
long conversations. I've had like hour-long conversations with people, just looking for insurance, but just because we talked about something,
Mm.
found some common ground, some common interest.
so I think he
So
needs to
I'm really
really.
pleased we're coming into some really meaty stuff now. So yeah, this is great. Yes.
I
Yeah.
think
Go ahead, Chris.
definitely. I think definitely you need to have 2 or 3 funnels that have different designs, without a doubt. Um, like with questionnaires, you're gonna have questionnaire types. You can have so people can understand and almost like a course way, right, to improve. And I can say, yeah, I have this problem. Okay, learn from it. Am I talking a little bit crazy here, Ed? Is that pretty good?
Um, no, no, not crazy. Probably just ahead of the gun.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna, yeah, yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. So the next thing I'm going to ask Troy on that is we'll come back to that. Yeah, definitely how you solve it. So we're getting into, this is just a fast track way of getting to solutions. So we've got into a lot of your whys and some of the unique. So my next question, inevitable, sort of listening carefully, is where is your target market? So because I'm aware that each state of the US has different criteria, do you want to focus on, or do you need to focus on particular states in the US? Or, are there some that you more important? How many of the states could you focus on your target market if you needed to?
So target market primarily is retirees and veterans,
Hmm.
because a lot of them also, and it's not just really just final expense, it's everything financial.
Yeah,
A lot of people didn't plan anything financial, and then of course now they're going to be retiring or already retiring, and so
yeah.
they don't really have anything set in place.
Mm,
So definitely veterans and retirees, and of course that goes in together. Heck, tomorrow I'm
yeah.
technically a retiree because I'll be retired from the
Mm,
army, but I'm only
yeah,
39. So, um,
yeah.
mainly because twofold, right, is the final expense
Yeah.
and just making sure their family has something, because I never got that.
Mm,
Like whenever my father passed away, I
mm,
never had that before. We had to jump
yeah.
around and figure out what to do because he didn't plan
Yeah.
properly.
Mm,
Numerous other family members. I mean, I've heard all the stories before. Um,
yeah.
and then on top of that, with just the insurance is retirement planning. So like I said, a lot of people don't plan retirement because they don't know what to do. Financial
Mm,
literacy is not exactly a common thing unless you go to school, college, university,
yeah.
whatever the case is. Like I'm about to start in August for my master's in
Mm,
finance, but
mm,
that's I learn it because that's part of my degree program. But they don't really teach
yeah.
that. I think it's like only 8 to 10% of any high schools ever
Mm,
teach that in any kind of financial
yeah.
education. I have seen
Yeah.
on social
It,
media that they are getting better about it, but as far
mm,
as states making it mandatory, I don't know any of them that do.
no.
So it's getting them set into place so they can at least retire and live out some of their goals, or what are they, whether it wanted to be what they wanted to travel, or buy
Mm,
an RV and just drive around all
mhm,
of America, whatever the case is, just trying to get them on the
mm,
right path with what they have. And then of
mhm,
course here in America, a 401k is like what people assume is the best thing since sliced bread, and it's definitely not. Um,
mm,
so a lot of people have 401ks. We had somebody last month that had 3 different 401ks from 3 different jobs, and they were doing nothing with them because they didn't work there anymore and they didn't know what to do with their
yeah.
401ks. So, it's every situation is different, obviously, but figuring out what these people have in 401ks, IRAs, whatever retirement plans they have, and putting it together to a plan and a program that'll work for them, preferably where they pay the least amount of taxes, because any traditional retirement product you have, you're going to be paying taxes a
Yeah.
lot of taxes, excuse me, whenever you start taking that money out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
So,
would be my target market. My target audience is retirees and veterans.
yeah. So we've got a lot there. So are you looking across the US and all the states, or as many
Oh
as
yeah,
you
yeah. So
basically? Yeah.
primarily the Midwest, and that's also because I've lived in like 6 different states. So I have,
Yeah.
I know people and I network with people in different states. But New Mexico, because that's where we're moving. Texas, of course, is where most of my
Yeah.
business takes place. Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, states like Michigan and Florida. I can work in those
Hmm.
states, obviously, virtually.
Hmm. Hmm.
But you don't have to renew your license every 2 to 3 years. So it's once you have it, and you just have to make sure you do the
Yeah.
continuing education credits to keep it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much all over the Midwest. However, I have a whole team that works with me. So we work in all 50
Mm,
states,
mm,
Canada and Puerto Rico. So like me personally, I'm not licensed in Canada or Puerto Rico. Um,
mm.
so if there's somebody that's like the guy that you were talking about, Chris, that's in Canada, like we have people on our team that will work with them. I will just refer them to them because, I'm not licensed in Canada. Yeah, anywhere essentially, but primarily around the Midwest, Georgia to North Carolina. Obviously, that's not the Midwest, but I'm licensed there too because I know a lot of people that live there. So, but yeah, those are the primary areas.
Hey,
So
before
I've
we
got
consider,
one. I just got one more big question, which I'll ask, and then I don't want to hog the conversation,
no, no,
but
it's
this, yeah, will
great.
give me enough. It'll give me enough. So the one big question I always ask I always start with entrepreneurs, but it's applicable here. I've done the first really big one, which is your big why, but my next big question is why you? Why should people come to buy from you as opposed to you and including the company as opposed to a competitor? What's unique that's going to be your magnet to bring them in?
So there's really
not a challenge.
no, it's the same thing I go over with every new person I talk to. Essentially, there's two things that we offer and my team offers. Let me shut this door. That you're really not going to get at a lot of other places. And the first thing being is we take like a holistic approach and look at all of the finances in one. Whereas a lot of people, they just want to sell you life insurance, or they just want to sell you health insurance, or, they just want you to roll over your 401k to a Roth IRA, whatever the case is. We look at everything. So like, there's nothing that's off the table, but there's not one specific thing that's on the table. So if somebody just needs health insurance, they can come to me, and yes, we can obviously provide health insurance or whatever the case is, or I can get them to somebody that will. But then we also look at other things too. Well, hey, you might need health insurance, right? Like you might need just life insurance, but also, do you have retirement set up? So we have that discussion with them. So we provide that a little bit of, not too much, not to be too confusing, but we provide that basic financial literacy just to say, hey, these are your options, because they probably have never been told that before in their life. Hey, this is what you can do.
I think I'm just kind of taking this all in. I don't mean to jump in where I shouldn't here, but I think you're hitting on something right there that's really important. And you're going to have access to people who are like me, all of a sudden find themselves in a position where I can do some insurance work, and I can and have the means to set up retirement. I've got the means to and the need to, and it's time for me to jump on this stuff now. I'm all of a sudden 80% rated, and I can do this stuff, and I need to do this stuff. I'm your target audience. I'll be that guy.
So before we continue mission, Travis, I would love for you to speak about your successes. You're as a member of Hundo, and tell us how your life right now is gone from wherever it was to where you are now, and the future that's coming towards you. So this is going to be blasted up on our front page of Veteran Hundo Club. So just so you know. All right.
Well, I hope you let me shave before you put my picture up there somewhere.
No. Hey, listen. Abraham Lincoln didn't shave either, so you're good to go.
Very well. Very well.
All right, go ahead, brother. The floor is yours.
Guys, first, I want to start with a thank you to all of you guys for all your support, for being there, for being the guys you are, the motivators you are, for being driven to help folks like me, and for being there when I reached out for help. And I hate that Ian's not here, but I've spoken to him, and I will continue to speak to him regularly. When I met Ian, and then right thereafter met Chris, I was at the very darkest point of my life. It was there was no hope, there was no future, there was no direction. I was faltered and squandering and flopping around in a puddle of nothing. And today, 4 months later, I will be moving into my own apartment on Tuesday this coming week. And I am, like I just said, I've just been granted an 80% total disability rating with the VA, and my claim is not even done yet. That I went to an 80% from the 30% solely based on a little vacation that I took up to the mental hospital at Tuscaloosa and spent some time with the doctors up there. And unbeknownst to me, they have the power to write in anything they see fit to your C&P, and it immediately takes effect, and you're back paid to your most previous filing date, which was April 1st when I filed a intent to file. So my claim is actually not even done, and I've already taken the jump to 80%. I've actually got another C&P exam on the 9th of July. So getting from the 80 to the full hundo is not going to be a problem for me to do. I'm very confident. The difference in me today and me 4 months ago is a completely different person. I have not had this kind of optimism and hope and just altogether happiness with me and life in general in so long that I can't even tell you when the last time I felt the way I do now, and when I've had some hope for a future of the kind of magnitude that I do now. What you guys have started here and what we're going to continue to do, like I told Chris this morning, we're going to change the world. We're going to change the culture around the veteran community completely. We're going to change the world with this. To do what we've done in 4 months here, and again, what we've done. This is a Hundo Club success. This is a group combined effort. This is we all hold a piece of this thing. I've been out here leaning on you guys through the whole thing here, and it's only through the support and you guys carrying me while I learn to walk again that this has happened and that it's become successful and it's come to fruition. But what we're doing here is going to change the world and change the culture in the veterans community, and it's an amazing thing. And my hands are shaking now, outside normal tremors, just because of the excitement and the realism of it and how important it is and how meaningful it is. This changed my entire life, guys. My entire life is completely different in every facet and direction than it was 4 months ago when I was introduced to Hundo Club. And it's still all coming to me and becoming real as it happens still and continues to materialize. And the goal from here is to continue to push forward for the next 12 months and get my feet back under me and become successfully self-sufficient again. The HUD Bash program that has helped me to get into this apartment and is going to participate in my rent to a certain level will also help me to purchase a home in the same manner after I complete 12 months successfully in the program and paying my bills on time. So the next 12 months are being nose to the grindstone, baby. Let's get this done and let's buy a house in 12 months. So damn right, I need to talk to Troy and I need to set up some insurance and I need to get some better financial wisdom and knowledge. I took a little class with the VA the other day. They've got a program that will pay my deposit as well, as long as I take these couple of classes with them. I'll be doing the second one tomorrow. They'll pay the deposit for me when I go to sign the lease and move in on Tuesday. It's a very basic little kind of informatory thing. If there's something we can do to enhance and help me gain better knowledge and become more successful as we go forward with this and talking to you guys, I'm in. I need to do it. I'll be hanging on your every word. Because that's the direction I want. Like I was just telling Chris a few minutes ago before this meeting started, my mission in life from here on out is to help veterans that are in the same position that I was in to navigate the waters with fewer waves and fewer problems than I've encountered. If I can help to make other veterans' journey a little shorter and a little more painless than mine was, then my job will be, I'll have my hands full. And having you guys to help and guide me and teach me the best way to go about helping other vets and do what I need to do for myself and to promote the Hundo Club and promote what we're doing. That's what I'm here to do, guys. That's what I'm here to do. I'm yours, and I'll be there to work my ass off going forward, every bit as hard as I've worked to get to this point. I'm gonna keep doing it and push harder and get back for a long time when I was in the Marines and in my career after the Marines, until life fell apart on me, or until I destroyed it. I was always known as the guy that can get shit done, the guy that folks can rely on to make stuff happen when other folks can't. And I'm starting to feel that kind of confidence in myself again already, you know, and that's a beautiful thing, man. I made a life out of that, being that guy that folks could count on, and I want to be that again. And now I feel like I can be that again, and really be an asset to the Hundo Club and to the veteran community that we're going to be working with and joining us. And it's already fallen in my lap, an opportunity to get started. I had a Marine that I worked with. I was in BC and he was supply, and he sent me a Facebook message just yesterday afternoon that reminded me of the first message that I sent to Ian 4 months ago, reaching out for help. And I just did what Ian did, and I reached out to him and just told him, look, man, I know people. We're here to help you. We love you. We're Marines. We know what you're dealing with. We've been there. There are people here who love you and can help you. Stay in it. We're going to get you there, period. And I heard the change in his voice within just a matter of moments, that he knew I was being real. He knew I was telling him the truth, and that we're going to stand by him and we're going to help him as much as we can and push him in the right direction. We're also going to let him do his own groundwork, and because that's been an important part of what my journey has been, is me taking what I've been taught and the direction that I've been given, but actually doing the work and being out there getting after it every day, treating this like a 40-hour-a-week job every single week. That is important to getting it done, and having that under my belt, that I did the work. We accomplished it. We were a team. I worked my ass off to do what I had to do to carry my end of the rope, or the whatever analogy you want to use. It was extremely important that I carry my part of the load and I do the work. And
You did good, man. You did good.
Yeah.
So
when a person comes to the Hundo Club and says, I need help, all right, we're going to help you. You're going to show us that you want it. You're going to show us that you're going to take advantage of it and go with it and do the right thing with it. And we're not going to buy you out. We help you as long as you're willing to do the legwork and knuckle down.
Major Arnold, you hit Major Arnold over there a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
You got him. So,
Not
Troy,
just
what you
him.
got? What you got?
It's been an emotional ride for me, man. I
Hear you, man.
And
Travis, we're proud of you, buddy. We're proud of you.
thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you all.
I'm telling you, it's great to hear everything that that's happening to you. That things are looking better, and that you want to give back and you want to help others that are facing the same thing. And we're gonna have lots of success stories here, in the future. Absolutely.
Yes.
And more and more success stories I even hear when I talk to other organizations to come in with us and stuff like that. I'm going to say, hey, you need to, listen to this story, this gentleman that we helped, and this gentleman we helped. It's just going to make things even sweeter for us. And
I'm telling you, if that's what I need to do, is just go tell the story as I continue to work and push forward. I will tell that story on top of every mountain across the world. I don't care where the mountains are. I will go and I'll scream the story from the top of them, because what we're doing works. It works. It works. It works.
Well, here's the thing. What I would do is, once you get established and stuff like that, find a local American Legion or VFW, something like that, where they have like my VFW down here does once a month, they do a breakfast, and then they have a speaker come in. And I'm going to be doing one of their things, that they have about the United States Veteran Charity, but you could share your story with the other veterans of that post, and I think that'd be a great avenue for you to get your story out, and maybe you might be affecting somebody. Go, hey, I know someone that is in the same situation, and you're going to start building connections. I think that's going to be a great and easy way for you once you get stabilized.
So I'm actually a
Before we send
member
that,
in good standing of a Legion post here in the Tri-County area. I did manage to keep my membership up to date and still keep in contact with some of those folks there. They are anticipating me being able to come to a membership meeting there at the Legion post before very long, and tell the story about where I've been and what I've been doing since the last time any of them saw me back about a year ago when I left this area and went to Troy, and I spent 8 months down there treading water and trying to drown before I found the Hundo Club, and now it's time. I'm definitely that'll be the first Legion stop and get out to other posts around the area, and absolutely.
before we send that,
Anybody that's got the knowledge base.
All right.
Well,
All right. Hey, real quick, guys, I've got to go. I've got groceries in my truck that are getting warm, so I got to get them in the freezer and the fridge. Okay. I mean, I just spent about $200 for groceries. I don't want them to go bad. So, but I wanted to join in as much as I could. Great things. Keep in contact. I know I keep in contact with the rest of y'all as well. But if you need anything from me, just give me a holler. Okay. You guys have a great day. Keep up the good work, and we'll see y'all later on. Okay. Good
to see you, Joe.
See you guys. Take care.
All right. Bye. Troy, what you got? And then
it's kind of like what we were talking about before. By the way, you didn't let me finish my number 2 reason why that Ed asked me about. I was only on number 1, but my second one, and it kind of goes along with the whole reason why you guys started this group in the beginning, and then we're in this group now, is because too many people are getting forgotten about. And it's not just veterans too, right? It's anybody past a certain age typically gets forgotten about, because they're no longer part of normally they're no longer part of regular normal society. They're not really probably working anymore, right? So they're not around people that much. That's kind of like my number 2, right? Like, I don't care if I feel left out. I don't feel left out ever. I'm a loner. Like, I'm an introvert. I'm totally cool with that. But I don't want people to feel like they're being left out of something. I don't want people to feel that they're not important. So if I can get a chance at all to help somebody, whether it's insurance or whether it's retirement or whether it's just talking to somebody, that's my number 2. That's my second why. I don't like people to feel lost, like Travis was talking about. I don't like people to feel like they've been left out or forgotten about, because that happens way, way, way too much, especially people that are age 60, 70, and 80. If they don't have family around them all the time and checking on them, then they pretty much get forgotten about. Like, there's a lady right now, and I'll finish up. So, because I think Ed had his hand up a while ago, there's a lady with right now that can't afford life insurance, because that's initially, I had an appointment with her for life insurance. She's here local in Kansas. She can't afford life insurance because the kids' income is around here is null pretty much, right? Because there's not much here, and she can't afford the insurance that she wants. But myself and somebody else on my team are helping her get through other stuff in life. So we can't help her right now with insurance, but we can help her try to get into a better situation. So that's just part of I didn't want her to feel left out, like she wasn't going to get help, because she wasn't getting help from anybody else. The state wasn't helping her. Her lawyer wasn't helping her. The court system wasn't helping her. You know what I mean? So even if and this was 2 months ago, and we're still talking to her and trying to help her out. So, it's just, I just don't like people to feel like they've gotten forgotten about, like the world has just, shunned them and put them to the side. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say.
Guys, I talked to a guy this afternoon. He's a friend of mine's dad. He served in the late 60s. He was stationed in Germany. And for the last 50 plus years, He has never been to the VA, gotten any kind of benefits, anything at all, because he didn't think that he was disabled, didn't think that there was anything that he was eligible for. Now he's 75 something years old. He makes $1,400 a month in whatever his retirement is, and that's his only income every month. And got a child that he and his second wife adopted that's a toddler in the home. And I went with my buddy today to talk to him and just laid it out for him that, you know, you served in the military, you earned these benefits, and the VA will not turn you away. You know, on $1,400 a month, he can use the VA system for his current health care and not have to have co-pays and prescription costs that he's having to come out of pocket for. And just that increases his quality of life exponentially. And we had a long talk about it. And I told him I would get him some more information and link him to people that could help him and make it easy for him.
Yeah, I just put my number in the chat. If it comes down to it, like Chris and I did with, I think we did it with somebody else. Like, you can get the information from him, or if you want to be with him, however, whatever the case is, right? We can all get on a call together, because obviously he needs the VA portion, right? And then he needs the whole other aspect is the financial portion, whatever the case is.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get him into a good situation, or at least a better one. But I put my number in the chat. If you want to save it, you can just text me or whatever, so I can save your number. And then that way, you know, if we can help him at all, of course. Well, no, not if. We can help anybody if they want to be helped. So
if it works for me, it can work for anybody.
yeah.
If the kind of turnaround that I have seen, and it can work for me, we can do it for anybody that wants to put in the effort, that wants to see a change, that wants their life to improve, and is willing to do their part, and then continue to maintain it on through afterwards. It can happen for anybody. It can happen for anybody. It's, when it comes down to it, it's really a simple process. I've had to stay on top of things and do the paperwork when there was paperwork to do. And all I did was do my part as quickly as I could so that I could put it back in somebody else's court and make it on them to do their job. And when you do that, people look and say, oh, well, shit, he got it done quick. I better do my part pretty quick. And then the timeline, my caseworker with HUD-VASH told me that I'm one of the fastest processed veterans she has ever seen go from homeless to housed. 30 days straight, guys. I went from leaving the VA hospital in Tuscaloosa with nowhere to go, would have been on the streets if it wasn't for my mother putting me up in a hotel. And in exactly 1 month, I will be moving into my own place. She said it's one of the fastest ones she's ever seen.
Good.
When you show you want it, when you show you're willing to work for it, people will move faster, and they help you, and they get things done so much quicker. It's all about attitude and work ethic and willingness to go get it, and then show appreciation when somebody else does something to help the process along. It all comes together in a real hurry. It all comes together in a real hurry. I'm just as excited as I can be to participate in everything. I've really had to. Chris and I talked about this a couple of times before, and again today too. That, you know, with me being the person that I am, anything that I get involved in, anything that I'm attracted to, it's 90-0, gas, gas, gas. Go for it, go for it, go for it. I got to give everything I got for whatever I like, whether it's the cigars I like, or whether it's throwing darts like I like to do, or this claims process. Anything that I do, I have to go big all the way to the top. And it's been a learning experience for me to hold my lane and stay on that path for the last 90 days, 4 months, and stay focused on what I had to get done and not try to let anything else overload my plate. Now I can take on some other stuff, guys. I can be spreading the word.
We'll get you some missions. Ed, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, okay, thanks.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get you. We're gonna keep your hands busy, whether it's developing your future or whatever.
Yeah.
Man. You're gonna be sweating. You're gonna be sweating. Trust me.
Yeah.
What do you got, Ed?
So I've got a number of things. Troy, first of all, Troy, we're going to get you sorted out, man. And we're here to help everybody get you sorted out. I'm conscious of the time we've got for the meeting today, and we've got a lot of stuff. And Troy, what I'm going to suggest is you and I have a meeting, and we'll share after that. And I want to get to the bottom of how we can fast track get you sorted out. We'll cover as much as we can today. We've covered a lot of ground. There's a lot of stuff to start work with. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Travis. You're a veteran. You were a Marine. You know the score. You know that you push hard, and you know that at some point you're going to break and you're going to fall, and you know that your colleagues are there. Your colleagues pick you up. Your colleagues take you on, and they get you where you're going. You all form together as a team. You left the military, but you became into the civilians of life. But we're all here. This is your new unit. These are your new comrades, and we're all here. And we're very proud of you. Very proud.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm going to suggest a couple. I mean it. You can tell. I'm going to suggest a couple of things, which are now and urgent. One is we need to get you financial awareness support. Obviously, that's one of Troy's specialisms, but we also need to cover some more detail on the business side of it, and whether that's working or self-employed. I'm going to suggest two people, or three people immediately. Joe, Chris, and myself have all got a lot of business and entrepreneurship and employment expertise. We rally around and we'll get you the help you need. Because right now your next focus is making sure that you get sufficient income for the next 12 months and thereafter. And it's going to be long-term thereafter. We're going to do the same for Troy. We're going to make sure you all get all the support you need to get you over the line. The other thing I'm going to suggest,
all four of
the other thing I'm going to suggest is out in the blue for everybody. Okay, something I hadn't thought of either. And as Chris is right, he says, sometimes we have to pivot. Sometimes we have to do things that we hadn't sort of planned or hadn't expected. You're aware that we are structure in this organization. We have ranks similar to the military, where as people progress. I'm as you were talking, an idea came to me that I thought we can do something else. We can do something else, and if everybody is in agreement, I think we can do it almost immediately on top of what we're already doing. I'm going to nominate you to be our first ambassador for Hundo. Create a new role. It's a form of commendation for your work, but I'm going to see what these. I'm going to put that out there. And Chris and Troy and anybody else that's here, if you want to comment on that, I suggest that we create a role of ambassador, and I think you are the perfect candidate for that. But I shall pass over at that point.
I vote yay. Simple as that. Troy? Yay. Jared? Give me a yay over there. Yay. All right. So Travis, do you accept that role and responsibility?
100%. And I will be everything you guys expect and need me to be to the fullest extent. You can count on me.
What you have no idea your role. You have no idea how important your role is, because you were in the same boat as I know it. I was at the situation. I was a homeless veteran, and I know that level, right? Where you're down and out, right? So you understand the whole structure from the ground up. This makes you an invaluable ambassador. There's very few veterans who have experienced such aspects of the atrocities that the system has failed us. So it's a very important role. And yeah, thank you so much. Really.
I think
Guys,
most of all the reason behind this is not so much what you've been through. It's certainly not all about what you can do for this organization. And in this wraps up with what we would expect of the role. We expect one thing of the role: carry on being yourself. That's why I proposed this, because of who and what you are and the way you are. That's what we all will ask of you. Just carry on being yourself and carry on doing what you're doing. And you'll do everything.
You can count on me. Roger that.
Good man.
Roger that.
Good man.
And that what an honor. What an honor. I'm just as proud as I can be to be a member of the Hundo Club, and for you guys to put that kind of confidence in me and to
Absolutely
to give me that mission. The mission will be accomplished. I will make it happen. We will take this thing to the very
help
max.
all those who need it.
Travel. I will tell the story wherever I can tell it. I will work my ass off to make sure that as we go forward, that I maintain that high profile success story as far as I go, everywhere I go, no matter what. And having that kind of responsibility would be a big deal for me, to hold me accountable and hold me in check and keep me pushing forward, knowing that you guys are counting on me to hold the image and toe the line and show people how far this can really take a person if they follow the process that you guys have put in place. And because there are no limits to how far we can take this.
The important part of being a part of Hondo, and when we nominate somebody for a role, it's not all about what you can do for this organization. It's as much and at least equal, what can we do for you? This is not just about expectations. This is just not about training you for a role. This is us investing in you as our thank you for everything that you do. And we will continue to do that, just as we do for our leaders. We'll give you as much as we can. We're all investing skills, knowledge, expertise that Joe Public has to pay for. You're all getting free, because it's our thank you, our way of saying thank you for helping us help other veterans who desperately need. So we make sure you get everything you need. We do the same for Joe and Troy and with our other leaders. As people put their hand up, people put the work in, that's what they get back as much as they put back in. And it's powerful stuff. You're going to get all that.
Guys, I got an idea. This is good. This is actually going to work out. This is a great opportunity to bring this to you. One of the things that I am involved in that I love to do, and it saved my life one time before I met you guys and became involved in the Hundo Club. I think without a doubt, my attraction and getting involved with throwing darts at a dartboard saved my life about 1.5 years ago. And it's why I quit drinking. It's why I quit fooling with drugs. It saved my life. Throwing darts saved my life about 1.5 years or almost 2 years ago. August will be 2 years. And I want to, if you guys will approve it, I would like to start a darts club within the Hundo, where Hundo Club members and veterans have that as an MWR opportunity to get involved and have that outlet. It's a heavily mental sport and game, and it is a great thing for the military mind and structure. Just goes great with it, and it's been a great thing, and I think it can be a great tool for me to use to spread the Hundo Club's message and mission and bring other people in. if you guys will put the name on it and let me do that, I'll get started today, without a doubt.
Yes, from me.
And that's a yes for me. What you got, Troy? Major Troy. Can you hear me? Yep.
Yeah, I think I got a lag there.
Yep. I hear you loud and clear. I will get started on that today, and you can look for me to start hosting online tournaments and hopefully some league opportunities and get some guys together and start throwing. Technology has gotten to where darts is not a in the bar game anymore. I have a board hanging on the wall here in this hotel room that I'm in until Tuesday, and I play with people all over the world. The program runs on my cell phone through the cell data signal,
Nice.
and I play against and with people in tournaments and leagues all around the world. And it'll be a great opportunity for me to immediately, add something as an opportunity to attract and to provide a mental health outlet and social outlet for veterans who are joining us. It'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. Wow. That's just like that, guys. It happens fast. It happens fast. This thing is no joke.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Troy, you had your hand up before. You got anything else you wanted to add in?
I probably should have taken notes. Ed, please send me your calendar so I can set up a meeting with you ASAP.
Yep.
Biscuits and gravy. Oh, Jared too. I'm gonna hit you up on Facebook about a meeting with you also. And man, there was something else and I completely forgot what it was. I should have wrote it down. Oh, today's my last day in the Army. I don't know if I said that or
Hey,
not.
Yeah, baby. Congratulations.
congratulations.
Tomorrow I'm officially free. I still somewhat owned by the government, but I'm officially free. So hopefully, Chris, this is you, all you. I was told by the VA that I should receive my results next week. I'm not counting on it, but that's what I was told. So I guess we'll see what happens. And then of course you and I could just go from there.
Roger that. Prep the battlefield.
Yeah.
Boy, and did you say you're moving to Las Cruces?
Yeah. So what's either going to be El Paso or Las Cruces? It depends on the dog wants to come in. It depends on where I'm going to be working at. Unless it's remote, then it's literally wherever my wife wants to go. So
My mother lives outside of Las Cruces. My mother lives in Las Cruces. My
Oh, yeah?
mother's from Clovis, New Mexico, where she was born.
I have family in Clovis. Yeah.
You have family in Clovis?
Yeah. I grew up. I used to go there during the summers to work and do construction for my family in Clovis. But yeah, just say. Oh yeah, that was going to tell you. Make sure you save my number.
Oh yes.
And then you just text me, and then we can set up a call or whatever to see if there's anybody I can help or anything like that. Oh yeah, Ed, I see your.
That is so funny, Troy. I'm 2 years older than you. I used to go to New Mexico and work on the farm for my granddad.
Yeah?
His name was Pattison. He was the state representative from that district for 22 years. I used to go out there and drive the combine and run the tractors for him in the summer when I was out of school.
I recognize that name.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
What a small world.
I also lived in Alabama, just so you know.
Yeah. Where?
Well, because of the Army, outside of Fort Rucker. Was it Dothan, Enterprise, Ozark, and the other town? I can't remember what it was called.
Troy.
Yeah.
I grew up in Troy, moved there when I was in the 4th grade. My dad still lives there. That is unbelievable. That is so crazy.
For anybody listening, Troy University is actually one of the best schools to go to if you're a veteran. Just for anybody that's listening to this podcast, very military friendly school. They will work with you.
Jack Hawkins was a Marine. The president of the university for the last 30 years is a Marine. He's on the Marine College Board or whatever it is. His name is Jack Hawkins. His son-in-law is an up-and-coming officer in the command ranks of the Air Force. His daughter was Katie was an Air Force officer. huge military supporting family and university. I'll be reaching out to him as ambassador should.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ed, real quick, 7 o'clock Central is what time for you?
About 7 hours ahead of you, I think.
So that's not a good time for you.
Probably not, no.
Okay, I will look at the calendar and I will go from there and see. I don't want to obviously put you in a bad situation for that.
Yeah, this time's good for me. This is where we're at now is about just coming up to 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So, gentlemen, next week, same time, same place. Bring in some vets who need some help with something. We'll just hash it out, educate, teach, prepare, get them ready for the next lives. Anybody got any disagreements with that?
No.
Not really, right? So
No.
we got no one left behind. Thank you for coming in, Jared. I hope you're doing super well, and everybody in your family, man. Ed, you want to close this out or anything?
I think this was an emotionally charged meeting for us all, and this sums up exactly why we're doing this, exactly why we're doing it, and it's the kick we all need to keep us in gear and keep us focused on helping more people. We need many, many, many more Travis cases, and yet not every veteran's going to be in such dire circumstances. But whatever their need, we're here for them, and we need to grow this organization, grow it stably, and just make certain that those who need get the help they need. Your new mission in life, veteran, proud. You have a new role in society. Society is here, and we are here to help you. And most of all, Hundo is here with all of the organizations that tap in and are willing to share and support. We're all here to get veterans back on their feet and get you the life that you deserve. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Thank you, Troy, Jared, Chris, all of you. Love you guys, man. I am so proud to be a part of Hundo.
We're just getting warmed up, brother. I'm telling you, you just got just give it a little bit, decide which direction you want to go, so that way, you know.
Hang on, fellas. This thing is going to go faster and faster.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Good, man.
I think that's
Good,
it.
man.
Jared, you got anything to add?
No, I'm good. I'm sorry I'm late, but good to catch the end of it.
All right.
No, it's all right, guys. No, it's all right.
All right. Call anybody if you need anything this week. I'll see you guys next week, and bring your battle buddies.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. No one left behind.
Yeah, let's keep rocking. Let's keep rocking.
I'll talk to all of you very soon. Thanks again, guys.
Will do. You're more than welcome.
Have a great week.
You're more than welcome.
Over and out.
Take care, man. Cheers. Bye.